Okay, so Louise says she feels she has a role to play in holding space light here in South Africa for the next good many years.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the case?
True.
Okay. Can you tell her more about that?
This country is on the brink. Knife edge, better word.
Mm-hmm.
Could go either way. However, the light is always stronger than the dark. South Africa has the potential to show the world the light before any of the others.
Mm.
There's a huge congregation of light in South Africa. And every single person with light needs to shine
Mm-hmm.
and hold space for this country to push it forward to where it can be.
Yes.
It can be the example to the world.
But you're saying it can go either way. What do you mean?
The dark. The darkness could involve, it could envelop,
Mm-hmm.
which is why so much light is needed now.
And how can people shine their light?
It was proved this week how the
Mm-hmm.
light can be shone.
What happened this week?
There were dreadful riots,
Mm-hmm.
looting, awful, awful, disgusting behavior.
Mm-hmm.
However, the community, without the leadership of the government,
Mm-hmm.
went into the streets, risking their own lives with their brooms and their dustpans and their brushes, and they cleaned it up. And that's how it's done.
It's like self-governorship, isn't it?
We need to be responsible.
Okay. And how can
Government are not going to lead us to anything good.
mm-hmm. Okay, so people need to be responsible and sovereign.
We do indeed. And just like that lady on her farm, that is how we need to live
Mm-hmm.
in community with one another. That is the way. And South Africa can do that.
Mm-hmm.
We have the space, we have the resources,
Mm-hmm.
can be done.
Yes. But do you have any message for South Africans today?
Just hold your heads high. Hold the faith. We know that it's challenging, but South Africans are like, what do you call it when they can just shift and they just show their mettle in the darkest of times.
Yes. We always seem to pull through, don't we?
It's extraordinary, and it really, truly is something that is unique.
Yes.
I think you have to come from a troubled past to have the peace.
Mm.
Because without the strife before, you won't know what peace is.
Mm. Okay, so we need to know the opposite in order to understand what we want.
The polarity.
Yes. But how do people know that if they should move or not? Because I know a lot of people are complaining about they don't know if
They must go.
okay.
They must go.
Yes.
There's always those. And it's sad, but they must go.
But how will we hold the light if so many are leaving?
There's enough.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough light here.
Okay. And you're saying the ones of us that are here have a purpose in being here.
Chosen to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Chose to be here now
Yes.
more than ever. And there's a reason why those people have not left.
Mm.
It might be because they don't have the option,
Yes.
but the real reason is because they need to be here now.
Yes. But there are people that stayed, for instance, in the Holocaust in certain areas, and we know what happened to them, and certain people
Mm.
left there. So how can people be assured that that's not going to happen here?
Because the trouble is all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
The trouble will follow you wherever you go.
Mm.
This is not going to be the same as the Holocaust in this country.
Mm-hmm.
There's unrest in more places than ever before in this time.
Mm. Yes.
And the light that is here is the light for here, for this country.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else people can do to shine the light?
Compassion, that kindness for one another,
Mm-hmm.
acceptance of people's situations, understanding of people's situations, empathy for people's situations, mindful of people's situations.
Yes. And why did that looting take place? The rioting, looting. What was the origin of that?
Whew, there's so many dark forces. It's not what they say,
Hmm. I know we know that, but what is it?
it's a shift. It's a changing of the structure of society. It's the beginnings of the change of structure of society,
Mm-hmm.
which is always scary. It's like a birth. Birth is messy and ugly and dirty and frightening.
Mm-hmm. But what is the origin of their looting, or what is it?
Where did it come from?
Yes.
It's come from deeply unhappy people who've banded together to cause chaos,
Yes.
to fulfill their own greedy needs, and not just in the cheese that was stolen. It's about causing chaos. It's evil.
Yes.
It's just bloody minded evil.
And who's ruling this kind of roost?
Hmm. I don't think that's for us to know at this time.
Okay. Well, our focus shouldn't be there anyway.
Our focus must be shining our lights where we can.
Okay. But we don't want people to get, I suppose, fearful of this kind of prediction. How can people not be afraid knowing that it could flip in either way?
You just have to trust.
Mm.
Back to that word, trust. Trust, trust, trust.
Mm. Okay, and thoughts create reality, right? So the change needs to start with self.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Unfortunately, there will always be those who make this so much more difficult by the fear. But they too have to find their way. But there's enough light to pull us through.
Okay. So we're not lacking in light.
There's more light than you could ever imagine.
Mm.
And the lights are switching on, click, 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 daily,
Mm.
all over.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's a very hopeful message, isn't it?
Indeed.
Is there anything else for humanity at this time?
It's rocky.
Mm-hmm.
It's calling on everyone to use all their resources to um, help where they can. And it's not going to be over that easily. but it will.
Uh,
It will.
So it's a call to arms for the military of light.
Beautifully put.
Mm. But arms being compassion, love.
Not firearms.
Yes. Beautiful. Okay.
Firearms will just make someone else rich
Yes, exactly.
and
Seems
someone else dead.
yes. Seems to be money making the world going around, right?
The light, this whole system needs to be exposed, and it is being exposed.
Yes. Okay, beautiful. Okay, anything else for the light workers today?
The right words would be put your shield up and put your little tail feathers out and go.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you so much.